Red Dragon in May. Ooh, well, what do you know? That didn't take long at all. Out that IDW Comics has come back to make a brand new MLP comic series, of course, MLP Gen 5. Now, yes, I'm very, very interested to see where this goes, because now, I figured after the MLP Gen 4 comic ended, their Gen 5 was right on the tail, because it gets me, it's just more media to have for the show. When in addition to like the 2D and the 3D specials that are just like the movie that are gonna come out, like the first season of the new cast for the main 5. Yes, 100%. There's going to be brand new IDW comics, IDW MLP comics, and I'm just all for it, dude. And it's just, and the plot, I believe, is very, very interesting, because one thought comes to mind, according to Question Daily, the source for all things MLP. With the magic return to Equestria, the ponies are more united than ever, at least until one of the Unity crystals is stolen. That's one of the 3 crystals. If you don't know, from the Gen 5 movie, they had to find the 3 crystals to put them back together in order for everybody to get their powers back and to be able to fly. Yeah, Zip and Pip, they couldn't fly. Pip literally was like on wire strings and stuff like that, really, for her conscience and stuff like that. So she couldn't, because they couldn't fly, because all of Zephyr Heights lied to the citizens and say that it's only permitted for the royal family to be able to fly when they just didn't have their powers. Can the main 5 find the culprit before magic is gone for good? And they could, and it could be the pet Pomeranian leading to the city of Canterlot from Friendship is Magic? How interesting! The reason is because is it possible that it's gonna be a multi-parter? I mean, because that's what the MLP Comics have done. They've done like multi-part series, and a lot of them are completely insane. Just look at the one about Cosmos, and like my favorite one is Siege of the Crystal Empire. The one about Cosmos is a tie, because that gets freaky. Oh, so freaky. But is it possible that is gonna bleed and go do some little backtracking about Gen 4, about if Twilight is still around, if there's some secrets that Twilight may have had lying around, what may have happened to the main 6 after Gen 4 has reached its conclusion, or anything about season 10, which was also in the comics. And oh my god, there's just so many things that just run around in my head. But I really think that, is it possible that I might even see something that, Twilight is still around or something like that? It would be such a huge bomb if you got to see that Twilight is still around, or if Sunny gets to see Twilight and she asks questions as to why or what happened. Why did she have to create the crystals and stuff like that? Like, oh my gosh, that is so cool, because I think about this too, because Friendship is Magic, they adapted some stuff from the comics into the show. The pillars like Somnambula, Flash Magnus, what's the name? It's been a minute since I watched MLP. Yeah. I think they would, the Gen 5 movie with the Gen 5 comics bleed into the Gen 5 show, or they'd adapt something, because that's one thing I've always wanted Gen 4 to do, with Friendship is Magic to do, was to adapt some of the stuff, adapt at least 1 or 2 stories from the comics into the show, because they have some really cool stories. Because again, they had one they had another one about Discord's cousin, and somehow took control of Princess Celestia, and had like her as Daybreaker, become extremely powerful. Like, there's another one about how Cadence is shining armament. There's another one. There's so many good stories in the Friendship is Magic and Friends Forever comics. And it's just so good, so freaking good. And I believe that there's and I believe that we're gonna get some just really cool stuff when it comes to these Gen 5 comics. I just really had to get that out there because you know me, I love getting comics. I love all the good stuff about trying to get comics. I really need to go back to do the comics haul videos. I've just been busy. It really sucks. Because I really love getting comics, really talking about comics. And of course, you know what? If Eddie Price comes back, and several of the people who worked on the French There's Magic and French Forever comics will come back, that'd be dope. Because I really like Eddie Price's art. The very expressive stuff. Because you can see, if it's him, when they're mad, they're mad. When they're grinning, he really makes it. He really makes him very expressive. And the other artists do too. They have a really distinct style that I absolutely like. And all that good stuff. But yes, I wanted to make this quick video because I'm excited. I really love comic books. And I really look forward to this. That's all I can really say, man. I'm genuinely happy. I'm excited for this. And I'm feeling all the goodness. But you know what? They usually have a lot of subtle things in there. Do you think that they might have them fighting herds? A reference to that? That's wishful thinking, but you never know. Joking aside, I'm looking forward to what that these IDW MLP Gen 5 comics have to bring. But until then, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on post notifications to know if I post another video. And I'll see you in the next video because it's a delicious peace. Yes, more comics. You don't understand.